Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode two. Well, it should be episode like four, but it's episode two of the Rockcast podcast. We are back, and yeah, for the Christmas special, me and that's your cue to say your name.
Nah, I won't.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
say it. Ethan, the one and only, the me, the best, the one, the only. Yeah, Ethan. You know me. I'm basically, Ethan. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the Christmas podcast, I guess, ish, whatever. Hey, Juan,
Yeah.
what do you think of Jake Paul boxing?
I don't even want to get started on this. All right, let me tell you, Jake, Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul, as a entertainer and influencer, knows what he's doing. As a boxer, I dislike it because Jake Paul, Jake Paul has deluded himself and the people he's around to make it seem like he's an actual boxer. He's not a real boxer. He's just not. Please, Tyron Woodley. We'll get to that because that could be a little controversial. Let's just go with the fact that Jake Paul thinks he can beat Canelo.
I literally don't know anything about boxing. I think the most suspicious thing is that every win he's gotten was just like every win I've seen was just like a gigantic haymaker that he's always landed, and he just wins. Like
Exactly.
I don't think I've ever seen him win off of like counts or anything, or just
No.
like he just TKO them.
Yeah, literally, Jake Paul claims he's like, I'm 5-0 undefeated. I'm the best boxer or whatever. He has gone against, he's gone against two YouTubers, a 40-year-old retired basketball player. He's gone against a retired post-surgery MMA fighter who was the worst striker in the UFC. He went, and then his recent opponent, Tyron Woodley or whatever, is a retired 40-year-old UFC fighter. He hasn't gone against an actual boxer once.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what do you think about it? Let's just start with that before I go to my next thing.
I don't like Jake Paul as a person, but I don't think that should dilute my opinion on him. But yet it still does because I still don't like Jake Paul. It is quite entertaining to see him punch the shit out of some dude and then he wins. I'm like, that was a pretty cool looking punch. But it's just the problem is I know it's fake. It's like the WWE, but I kind of have less respect for Jake Paul's little like boxing matches, and I have more respect for the WWE. And it's just like, at least I just know it's fake. WWE is like, hell yeah. I just like it because I like to see dudes fucking do crazy ass shit. Jake Paul, I like to watch him because he beats the shit out of people and he wins. And it's just like, yeah, he beat him. Good for him, I guess. This cool looking punch. It's another slumped fighter for the meme books, because like have you seen those memes where it's just like, where it's just a Photoshop picture of the guy laying down like one of Jake's victims, and it's just like, oh, it's hilarious. And yeah, it'll be funny to see another addition to that cast, but I think that's about it. What I have, I don't watch boxing that much. I don't really care for it.
In the recent fight, I mean, I've watched all of Jake's fights. I regret doing it, but like it's kind of like that thing I have against him where I want to see him lose. Where even if it's by like a split decision, where I just want to see Jake lose. I don't respect Jake as a boxer only because he claims he's better than he actually is, and he's flexing he's 5-0. Yeah, as a professional, you've gone against a basketball player. There were rumors where he wanted to go against a bowling player. What are you doing trying to go against a bowling player? Like what is that? How is that entertaining to watch?
I think that's fake. There's no.
It is
Jake
fake.
Isn't that stupid?
No, Jake. I mean, you know how much money he gives people to fight?
I don't know.
He like a million plus. Easy. Just off the bat. $1 million plus. And that's just $1 million coming from Jake's pocket that he's paying the fighters to box him. We're not counting pay-per-view, we're not counting none of that. Like, so when you're handed $1 million to say, here, let me knock you out, yo, make it seem real. Hit me with some good punches, but I'll give you $1 million if you let me knock you out. Who can turn that up? You know, who can say no to that? 1 million to get knocked out by Jake Paul? Like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's also a lot of pride you're gonna get that you're gonna be losing. Imagine walking on the block and you're like, hey boys, it's the dumbass that got his ass kicked by the white YouTuber. Who was he from? Team 11? And they slap their knee, and it's funny because he just got his ass kicked by the fucking guy that sang about Kentucky Fried Chicken or something.
I was actually watching that video about a few days ago. Kentucky.
I don't remember. Is it like Ohio Fried? I don't know.
Was it? I think it was Kentucky.
Did you watch Jake Paul back then? I remember like when I was 12, maybe. I just remember walking into practice and everyone was talking about like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, and then like 2 weeks later they're talking about RiceGum, and two questions I commonly heard was, who do you like more, Jake Paul or Logan Paul? And I've watched neither of those channels, and whenever I did, I just questioned, why do people like watching them? They're so boring. Like, I'm like my vivid memory of watching Logan Paul was breaking a plate, and watching Jake Paul made me think I didn't want to watch him anymore. I just didn't understand what was fun about watching them. I mean, I do now, but back then I just didn't understand what was fun about watching them.
Yeah, I think now personally Logan is the one I watch all the time. Logan has matured a lot. Like, I've watched his podcast a lot, and when he did used to do YouTube, I used to watch that too. Jake is just still too immature. He's still a kid, you know.
Yeah, I think
no.
Yeah, what do you think of Logan Paul?
I think Logan Paul has done better for his life. I feel like Logan Paul just by himself is a way better person than he was 3-4 years ago. However, when he's around his brother Jake, he just loses like 100 points of IQ. You know, he becomes at the intelligence level that Jake is at.
Well, I don't blame him.
Yeah. I get it, but still, like, bro, like, whenever Logan's around Jake, I don't like Logan. Just cause.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think Logan Paul is just at a neutral standing, I think, maybe. Actually, no, I think he's at a lower standing. Because, I mean, like, yeah, he came back, but, like, then again, he fucking filmed a dead, like, he did a lot of, like, bad shit. He fucking filmed a dead guy in a forest and made fun of it because that's just the type of person he is. And now that he's back, he's made some questionable boxing videos that I wonder was paid. He fucking, what's it called? No, I actually don't. Wait, who did Logan fight besides KSI?
Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, Logan's just been doing a bunch of money matches to get money. And by money matches, I mean, that's just my term for saying he's fighting people for money.
Oh, yeah.
To get money. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And then Jake Paul was like, oh, hey, guys, you guys should invest in Dink Doink. It's so stupid. It'd be so ironic if you invested in Dink Doink. You should totally do it because it's not like I helped make it or anything. That'd be so stupid. It's like that money's going to come to me or anything. You guys that'd be so dumb if you invested it. Yeah. So I don't think Logan Paul is mature. I think he's just shut his mouth, which is good. So I guess you're right. That is an improvement. He did shut his mouth. Good for him. He learned a simple human attribute.
You know, and hey, for the Paul brothers, that's a big accomplishment. So props to him. But no,
I guess.
Do you ever think you could ever become a professional boxer? Like, is that something you may want to do in the future?
Oh fuck no! Get my ass kicked, dude. When I do boxing at home, I get fucking tired after like 30 seconds. I couldn't do a fucking minute.
Yeah, no, boxing is hard. Like,
hard, yeah.
I respect, and I guess in a way I respect Jake. Although his fights are rigged, he still puts in the work of, you know, a quote unquote actual boxer in a way. You know, like he's still going to the gym, doing everything he has to do. So.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that Jake Paul can work out. That's a pretty crazy thing. I don't see anyone really do. I mean, working out is like, I don't know anyone except like God that works out. But, yeah.
No, in this like, just working out in
I mean,
boxing. That's two whole different things. It
yeah,
really
I know,
is.
but
It
like,
really is.
yeah, realistically, I'll give props to Jake Paul. Good job, he boxes, but like, I don't care about Jake Paul. If Jake Paul fucking like, if Jake Paul finds a cure to fucking cancer, then I'll care. And I'll be like, okay, I guess Jake Paul's pretty cool. But since he does things to seemingly get money, it's not confirmed, but it very seems so to me, that he wants to get money. I will think that Jake Paul is very not cool, and I don't agree with a lot of his decisions, and that's it.
Yeah. And it's not even like Jake is controversial or nothing. It's just the statements he made. It's just when he talks.
He's annoying.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
It's just when he talks. It's just
the only thing I can say is like he's not RiceGum. That's all I can really say. Like RiceGum just sucks. RiceGum is just like I don't know. Juan, did you ever watch RiceGum?
I watched a few of his videos. I was never really into that whole genre of YouTube of like Jake, Logan, RiceGum, and the whole phase thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah, man, RiceGum is such a shitty person.
Why do you say that? Because I've never really watched RiceGum, so I don't know what he's been in.
RiceGum has done like, I think more than a couple of times he's tried to scam children with little loot box items. Like, hey,
that was him.
Oh my god,
that was him.
Yeah, he's promoted a lot of scams and shit. He's not a very good person. It's just, look, RiceGum's just not a good person. If you look up like RiceGum does bad shit, and you'll find about like 3 things. But I think RiceGum's bad. I think he's worse than Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
Dang, really?
So good on Logan Paul and Jake Paul for being better people than RiceGum. And that's very sad on me because I'm of the same ethnic group or whatever as RiceGum, and quite possibly when they see their children watch RiceGum, and I look like RiceGum, and they see me like, just the very slim chance that I'm going to be associated with him, that makes me very sad.
So what do you think, since we're on the topic of YouTube boxing, who do you think would win? Have you watched YouTube boxing?
Nope, I've not watched like the YouTube TikTok shit.
Really?
I've only watched the highlights of Logan Paul's and Jake Paul's fights, and that's kind of about it.
Dang. So you've never watched like the whole KSI versus Logan Paul and then the rematch that they had back in 2019?
No, because I didn't want to pay for it, nor like spend my time trying to find a pirating system to get to watch it. So I was like, I'll just watch the highlights. Either way, even I know for a fact that they're just gonna like hug for half the fight, which they kind of did.
Yeah.
From what I saw in the highlights.
Yeah, they did.
So why should I waste my time?
That's true. Man, those fight. I mean that whole Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather thing. Not only was that very rigged, it was the most boring fight in the history of boxing. I swear to you.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, and I'm very glad I didn't bother trying to watching it.
Because they hugged the whole. I'm telling you, they hugged the whole match. Out of the 3-2 minutes that was in the round, 90% of the time they were hugging, clenching or something.
That's what I saw. And that's.
Yeah, it was so lame.
Speaking of YouTubers or YouTube boxing, what YouTubers do you watch, Juan?
It honestly varies from my mood and what I'm into at the time. So sometimes I watch Minecraft YouTubers, sometimes it's Forza YouTubers, and then other times it's like scary video YouTubers. So it's really just depends, but the whole genre.
So you like Dream?
No, I don't watch Dream. I don't watch.
Damn. Dream. What other Minecraft YouTubers stand alongside Dream and Tommy Innit and his gang of
Don't they run the Sim server? Or am I thinking about a different group? Like the SMP or whatever?
Yeah. Survival Minecraft, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if it was them or I don't know.
J Schlatt? I don't know. I don't know what J Schlatt does. I just remember my friend watched it. Wait, so what Minecraft YouTubers do you watch then?
IBX Toy Cat, Mumbo Jumbo, and Grian. I watch Hermitcraft. That's what I'm into.
Oh,
Hermitcraft.
Okay,
that's my thing.
Finally, a name I recognize.
Yes. No, Hermitcraft.
I never watched him, but I know his name.
Yeah. No, Hermitcraft is good.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I like to watch those like comedy, like video essay type shit, like Video Game Donkey, Nakey Jakey, Sunny V2 that we both found. I liked watching Moist Critical, Alfred. I've had so many people tell me I look like Moist Critical. Oh god, alright, that's my rant.
Didn't I tell you that too?
Yes, you did tell me that. Anyways, I like watching Alfred, fucking VTubers, Anthpo, I think Anthpo's punny, and Anthpo, Jack's Films, maybe Shadiversity sometimes, Gus Johnson maybe, and like some other like YouTubers.
Do you watch PewDiePie?
Nope. Do you?
No, I don't.
I didn't watch him like even like in his prime. I just thought like PewDiePie was just like more calm Markiplier, I guess ish.
Yeah. Honestly, I never really got like PewDiePie's humor. Like I don't find his videos like funny or like that entertaining to me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like someone like Mark or Jack, you know, because that was like the trio, you know, PewDiePie, Mark, and then Jack. Like I feel like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier have that just humor, that gift they have. You know what? Look,
I'm sorry.
When I tell you, bro, I'm still kind of like I don't know how to say it. I'm like regenning my health or something. It sounds so stupid, but like from the last podcast, because it was so good. I'm having to like bounce back into like that. All right, we're in a podcast now, sort of thing, and it's rough. It's rough.
I think the quartet that I liked was like Markiplier, I guess it was a trio. The Markiplier, no, I guess it wasn't quartet. So sorry. Like Markiplier, Wade, and Bob, and maybe Zombie Mold from the fucking Drunk Minecraft series. I love that series to death because like it might as well just be like a really shitty podcast, and I love that because it's just drunk dumbasses playing Minecraft. It's so like. It's just so much fun to listen to while I'm playing games. Oh, do you know who else I've been listening to recently? I can't wait for everyone to boo me in the crowd. But I've been listening to Ben Shapiro.
Really?
Yeah.
You know.
What do you think of Ben Shapiro?
I don't know him. I don't know him.
Oh, so he's a political guy that talks about politics.
Really?
And doesn't like left-wing people.
Wait, left-wing people?
I don't know. It says like the leftist, and I don't actually entirely understand what the leftist means. I just really like him talking about shit. And him, I don't know, because he says like Omicron. I'm like, yeah, he said Omicron. That's pretty funny. I don't think it's funny. It's just like, yeah, he said it, and he talks about like transgender shit and things that make people angry because he said something that. Kind of makes sense. I really do think it makes sense, and like people like love clowning on Ben Shapiro. I feel like I hear people clowning Ben Shapiro more than they like say like how reasonable Ben Shapiro can be. And I think he is pretty reasonable, but he also has his flaws like every person in the world. But yeah. I thought you'd be like, wow, Ethan, you listen to Ben Shapiro, what a clown you are.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You don't understand anything about politics.
Yeah, no, I had no comment on that. I don't even know. I don't even listen to him. Do you know who Alex Jones is?
Yes.
Do you listen to
I don't know
Jones?
what he does. I just know his name.
Oh, yeah, he's a conspiracy theorist. He's the one that said the government are making the frogs gay.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about it.
And I think he also had like a lawsuit against him. He got like sued by like Kermit the Frog.
How did that happen?
You know, I don't know. I think he was mentioning something about the government and frogs, and Kermit's name got mentioned, and he got sued by him. Yeah, I know. I'm just as baffled as you are. I didn't know that could even happen.
Wait, I think it's a pretty funny conspiracy related thing. Have you ever do you believe in flat Earth?